Hey everyone, it's Bill McCafferty here. Today is Friday, April 3rd, 2020. Hope your week's going well. Hope you're dealing with all the crazy stuff and you're staying grounded like we talked about. It's definitely getting real out there. So, be safe, take care of the family, stay focused. Like I said, stay grounded and make sure you're taking care of your business, right? Because that's what we need to do right now. Your family wants you to, and your family needs you to. So like I do every Friday, we're going to have an episode, and I'm excited, right? Today's episode number 11, which means I've done 10 prior episodes, so I'm keeping the momentum going. I'm keeping things moving forward. Very excited about that. So let's get started on episode number 11, a day in the life of an asset manager / note investor. So like we do every episode, we're going to start off with the client's portfolio, which is PMR2. As of today, PMR2 has a total of 112 non-performing mortgage notes that I'm working. And like I always tell you, majority of them are non-performing second mortgages, but some are non-performing first mortgages. I brought in one new file this week, which is, good for right now. I had contact with one new borrower this week. The borrower that I talked to yesterday actually sent that borrower the loss mitigation form. So that's one loss mitigation form that I sent out. So hopefully that borrower can get that loss mitigation form in and we can get that borrower situated on a payment plan. I did not receive any loss mitigation packages back. Option forms sent out. Did not send out any option forms. This is expected. I knew it was going to be slow, and my numbers right now are showing me that it's slow. New loan mods or payoffs that I processed this week, that is 0. I actually am due a loan modification back today from a borrower in Illinois. So hopefully when I go to the P.O. box a little later, that is in there. The borrower did send in their arrears payment and some extra money, which I got to kind of figure out what they were thinking, directly to the servicer. I don't like when that happens, but for some reason the borrower did that. So hopefully when I get the loan mod package back today, I can figure out what was going on and maybe reach out to that borrower to see what they were thinking. No foreclosure sales, no new bankruptcy filings, no files wiped. So as you can see, everything is definitely kind of at a standstill. Things are slow. So let's jump over into my own portfolio, which is People's Debt Relief Solutions. And like I always say, PDRS does the same thing as my client portfolio, but it's mine. Buy non-performing second mortgage notes. The goal is to get the homeowner back on track with a payment plan or to get some type of payoff. So I do every first week of the month, I process all my bank statements. I scan in all my bank sheets, which is a detailed sheet that shows all my transactions, all the checks that I write, all my deposits. It gives my QuickBooks person a sheet to look off of when they do my QuickBooks data entry. So I put the bank statements, I put the bank sheets, all my servicer statements in the appropriate folders. I did all my own accounting that I do every first couple days of the month. And like I mentioned last week, just dealing with some of my borrowers that have been reaching out, looking for some help, looking for some type of forbearance with everything that's going on right now. So as you can see, everything is slowing down. I'm just trying to stay on top of my processes and systems and, really fine tuning everything right now, trying to stay relevant and being smart and putting myself in a good spot to weather the storm here. So what I wanted to do on episode number 11, if you remembered a few episodes ago, I talked about buying or selling a note partial. And then I reviewed what documents are included in a note partial transaction. Well, today I want to go over another powerful strategy and technique that's called a collateral assignment. I'm going to kind of go over what a collateral assignment is. And then next week on episode 12, I'll go over the documents that are needed for a collateral assignment. So it's going to be a two-parter. We're going to go over the strategy and technique now. Next week, we'll go over the documents that are needed for a collateral assignment. I always say the two most powerful things that I've ever learned in my investment space and that I utilize are note partials and collateral assignments. I discovered collateral assignments early on and did more collateral assignments early on than I did note partials. Right now, I do a lot more note partials than collateral assignments. The biggest difference is a note partial, when you pay back the investor, they're getting principal and interest back every month until they're done. And then when they're done, you don't owe them anything else. With a collateral assignment, you borrow money and you pay back the investor monthly interest. And eventually you're going to owe that investor back their principal payment. So let's jump right into this strategy. A collateral assignment. So basically what a collateral assignment is, you're using existing collateral that you have to borrow money and to give an investor security, give them collateral. So in my world, I invest in second mortgages. So right now, in this example, I have a second mortgage. The homeowner owes me $35,000 on a second mortgage. There's 11 years left on this mortgage, and the monthly payments are $387.65. This second mortgage was originally a $50,000 second mortgage at 7% for 20 years. The monthly payment is $387.65 that the borrower pays me. So right now, the loan was paid down over a 9-year period. And right now, 11 years left, I have a $35,000 second mortgage on a property worth $200,000. There's a first mortgage of $150,000 that's current that the homeowner's paying on. So I'm going to use my second mortgage, the $35,000 balance, as collateral, as security for an investor. So what's going to happen is an investor that I talked to, we agreed that they're going to lend me $20,000 collateralized against that $35,000 second mortgage. So what that looks like is we're going to do a term of 2 years, a 2-year collateral assignment. And like I said, next week when I go over the documents, it'll kind of tie it all together and kind of make a lot more sense. So we're going to do a 2-year term, a 2-year collateral assignment. The investor is going to lend me $20,000. And I'm going to pay that investor a 10% yield monthly for a 2-year period. So every month, a 10% yield on $20,000 and an interest-only payment every month, that investor is going to get $166.67. So every month for 24 months, that investor is going to get $166.67. So over that 24-month period, the investor is going to collect around $4,000 in interest. Okay? And they still have their $20,000 principal that's owed back to them. So let's look what happens for me. What do I get out of it? So I get that $20,000 from the investor collateralized against an existing mortgage that I own. I still own this mortgage. I'm just using it as collateral. I can take that $20,000 and I can go buy another asset. I can do whatever I want with that $20,000. It's now mine and it's secured and collateralized against an existing mortgage that I own. So if you remember, I told you the note payment every month to me was $387.65. That's what the borrower pays on the loan. The investor, his monthly interest payment is $166.67. So if you think about it, I still cash flow every month off this asset. If you subtract the monthly payment, if you subtract the interest payment that the investor gets from the $387.65 monthly mortgage payment, I still cash flow around $221 a month, which is great. So we're both making money off this investment. So what ends up happening is when the 2 years is done, my collateral assignment, the terms are coming to an end. So what I need to do is kind of be proactive as I get into month 20, month 21, and start figuring out how I'm going to pay back this investor his $20,000 collateral. So I have a few different options. I can sell this note. And I definitely, at this point, after 2 years, the balance left to me is probably around 30, 31K. And there's still about 9 years left on this mortgage. So I could easily sell this, make some money, plus pay the investor back his 20K. And then I'm done with it. Or I could see if the investor wants to do another 2-year collateral assignment on the same exact mortgage. Or I can shift the collateral to another mortgage note that I own, something maybe that has a little more years left on it to make him more secure, to make it safer for both of us. Or I could just come up with the cash from something else and pay the investor off his 20K. So there's a lot of exits. I just need to be proactive and smart and put myself in a good spot, communicate with my investors like I always say. So when the 2 years are done, I can pay him back his 20K. So that right there is a very powerful strategy. I went through it pretty quickly, but I explained it real well. That is what a collateral assignment is. Collateral assignments are very powerful. It's a very powerful strategy and a very powerful technique. I'm sure you can use collateral assignments on a lot of different types of collateral, but in my space, that's what I use my second mortgages for that are reperforming, that are very solid. Just like with the note partials, I don't want to do a collateral assignment on an asset that is a little shaky and that I'm uncomfortable with knowing if the borrower is going to make a monthly payment on time all the time. So that is a collateral assignment. I hope you enjoyed that. Stay safe out there like I talk about. Stay grounded, stay focused. Finish off the day strong. Get ready for your weekend and enjoy it. I'll talk to you soon.